After a great couple of days at the tip and a few repairs to our cars, we woke up to another perfect day in paradise. This episode we leave the tip to check out Captain Billy's Landing and the Pennefather River, dropping into Fruitbat Falls on the way. Shane, Julie and Bill decided to head home via the west to catch up with the mate, probably dry out. It seems the dogs take precedence up here. I need to top up with some fuel at Bamaga, so checked out some of the back streets. There was quite a queue at the fuel station until I realised that was the queue for the petrol vehicles. Fuel is not cheap up here, but at least it's available. Next was a quick run to catch up with the others at Ingenue, the small Aboriginal community south of Bamaga. There was then a quick trip down the gravel road to the ferry. When we got there was a long queue for the ferry. Can't think what that fella's doing in the bush. After a bit of discussion with other cars in the queue, we discovered that this was the queue for cars with trailers. So up the front we went. At least we didn't have to pay this crossing, as we had already paid the cost on the northerly crossing. We were very fortunate that the weather was great up the tip. Ready, set, go. Generally fuel's about 10 cents a litre cheaper at the ferry station. Soon we're on our way again. As you can see, the sealing of the road is well underway. It certainly beats corrugations. When we got to the turn off to Fruitbat Falls, we decided we couldn't go past without another dip. We saw lots of cars coming back, so I hope that was a good sign. I think it's the clarity of the water and the beautiful lagoon pool that attracts people here. The warm water is also a draw card. It was great to have the opportunity to cool off on the way. But all good things have to come to an end, and so we had to leave Fruitbat Falls until next time, whenever that will be. Meanwhile, Bill, Shane and Julie were checking out the termite mounds at Bramble Junction on their way home, and they are huge. We found an interesting snake on the road to Captain Billy's Landing. I'm not sure what species it is. The outstanding feature is it has a black head. Looks like a python of some sort, but there was a poisonous black-headed snake discovered in the area a couple of weeks previously. We were worried this might have been one of them.
That's too big for a tax.
When we arrived at Captain Billy's Landing, we immediately saw the attraction of the area. Windswept slopes leading to a lovely isolated beach. Beach drive is not permitted here, but it's a great walk up the beach. Sites here needed to be booked through Queensland National Parks. And so ended another lovely day. Next morning we headed for Pennefather River via Weipa. At Weipa, the trains and huge dump trucks are everywhere. There are two routes into Pennefather, the main beach or the back track, which is a very pleasant soft sandy track. We spent a little more time in Weipa than the others, so I had to find where they had camped. I would recommend letting a little air out of your tyres to make the trip easier. We were in a bit of a hurry at this stage, so hadn't done that, and used a bit more fuel than we should have. Fortunately, we came across the bog ute just on sunset. When we stopped to see if they needed any help, Sophie appeared over the dune, so we drove up to join them at the campsite just on dusk. First impressions were good. This is an excellent camping area with a large expanse of beach and kilometres of great campsites. There are no toilet facilities, however, so it's always a trade-off. It must be a good fishing spot as well. This bloke was driving home after a great day in his tinny. Next morning, the true beauty of the place became evident. A lovely tree-lined beach, providing shade, relatively quiet ocean, and quite a network of four-wheel drive tracks in and around the beach. After breakfast, we packed up and headed north to explore the area. The actual Pennefather heads appear to have more developed camping areas with fences. We stopped just inside this area and to our surprise found a croc sunning himself in the small lake by the track. Apparently this is his usual spot. What surprised me were the guys happily camping nearby. Notice how he completely disappears when he enters the water. Further around the headland we came across some more developed campsites. This is a very civilised way to enjoy the area, with natural shade and impressive views of Pennefather River. We had to stop and enjoy the view of the headwaters. Someone had said there was a dolphin there, but we couldn't see them. This is one of Australia's great unspoiled natural retreats. In the next episode we continue finding crocs as we head down towards Cairns.